Hello and welcome to the first class in our Mindful Mobility Month, where instead of waiting for January, we're using movement as self-care right now, in the middle of one of the busiest, most exhausting seasons of the year. You don't need an hour, you don't need to have worked out yesterday or plan to do it again tomorrow. Just slip into something comfy, find a little space on the floor, and let's give ourselves a bit of TLC together. We are going to start with a side stretch child's pose. So come on down to your knees. Take your knees a little wider than hip width distance apart. We want our hips pulling back towards our heels through this whole movement. So keep the energy going back and down, but then we'll take our hands forward and over to the right. We'll stretch our left arm out so it's fully lengthened, fingertips nice and wide, and then your right hand is going to be a pillow for your forehead. Let your forehead come down onto your right hand, but still keep pulling your hips back towards your heels. They don't need to touch. We just want the energy going back. And then from here, we'll hold in stillness for a little bit, and we're going to see if we can use our physical sensations to really help drop our mind into the present moment and into our bodies. So starting with your left hand, feel a small press of your hand into the floor. And then notice how that ripples a stretch up towards your armpit and down the side of your torso all the way to your left hip. Feel your right hand beneath your forehead and feel the floor beneath your hand. Feel your right elbow making contact with the ground. And feel how the pressure between your torso and your right thigh increases as you breathe in and softens as you breathe out. Let's transition into the same shape on the second side, stretching from your right fingertips to your right hip. Letting your forehead relax. Take a breath. Bringing your awareness down to your feet, can you feel all 10 toes against the floor? Are your ankles feeling a stretch? They may or may not. Notice the back of the pelvis and any stretching sensations you might feel through the glutes or the lower back. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or if you're tightening and constricting through your throat. Let there be freedom through your head and your neck. One more breath here. And then we'll shift forward to table. So hands underneath your shoulders, bring your knees underneath your hips. We'll extend the right leg straight out to the side, toes pointed forward, and move through some cat-cows like this. So tilt the hips forward, look forward, and then round through your spine, chin in towards your chest. And we'll go back and forth a few times. Inhaling as you look forward and exhaling as you round. And then bring your spine to neutral, and we'll rotate the chest to the right, extending your right arm up to the ceiling, and we're gonna thread the needle. Right arm will go behind the left forearm, turn your chest to the left. And then unravel, and we'll repeat that a couple of times, opening your chest as much as you can towards the ceiling, and then turning it as much as you can to the left. And I'm really letting my left elbow bend as I rotate to the left, so I can rotate ever so slightly further. This is a great way to mobilize the upper back. Last one. And then you'll bring your right hand back onto the floor. We're gonna walk the hands over to the right. Similarly to our side stretch child's pose, crawl your left fingertips forward a little bit more. And we're gonna pull the hips back towards the left heel so that we're really in that same position, but now our leg is out to the side. And then shift back forward. And we're gonna shift in and out a couple of times. Keep your left palm pressing down into the floor. It's almost like we're teasing out through the left side of the torso, finding as much length from the fingertips all the way to your left hip while getting a little bonus inner right thigh stretch. 2 more, shift it forward and pull it back and forward and back. Now walk your hands in closer to your body and come all the way up off of your hands. We're gonna bend the right knee, turning the toes to the right. Rotate your chest towards your right thigh and try to get both your hands onto your thigh. Then we're gonna imagine that we're doing a cat spine like we just did on the floor. So I'm gonna tuck my tailbone under, round through my mid back and bring my chin in towards my chest. And then shift my center of gravity into my right leg. Ooh, we got a lot going on here. Hold and breathe. Opening up through the back body. And then go ahead and come out of this. Step your right knee down, and I want you to just let your arms swing from one side to the other. And we'll take all of that to the second side. So hands will come back down onto the ground. Left leg's gonna go straight out to the side, toes point forward. And then we inhale to look forward and exhale to round. Take this at whatever pace feels good. I do want you to try to keep your left foot pressing down into the ground. That's a great way to find a small activation of our inner thigh muscles as we stretch and mobilize them. Bring your spine to neutral. We'll rotate to the left, left arm to the ceiling, and then left hand behind the right forearm. Bend that right elbow, turn your chest as much as you can, and then unravel and extend. As we rotate to the ceiling, see if you can open up through the pec muscles across the chest there. And then as we round, we want to think we're lengthening through the back of the shoulder and the shoulder blade area. We're breathing into the front of the chest and then breathing into your upper back. One more. Okay, hands to the floor. We're gonna walk them over to the left. The right hand is gonna reach a little bit further. Plant the hand flat if you can. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, shift your hips back towards your right heel. We're gonna move in and out of this, shifting our center of gravity into the hands and then pulling them back, teasing out the left side of the body. I always love to find a little shimmy, so if you're feeling called to do the same, you can. I pull it back and just kind of wiggle around a little bit, opening up through the armpit. One more. And then walk your hands in towards your body, come up off your hands, bend your left knee, turn the toes to the left. Then we rotate our chest to the left, and I'm just gonna turn so you can see me. I'm not mirroring you. Both hands onto the thigh, and then we think cat. So tuck the tailbone under, pubic bone up towards your face. That's really gonna create some length across the front of the right hip. And then rounding through your back, chin in towards your chest, spreading through the shoulder blades. But drop the shoulders down away from the ears if you can. You may hold for 2 more cycles of breath. Gently in and out through your nose. Keep the jaw relaxed, throat open. And then rise up, drop that knee down. Now we're gonna extend the arms straight forward, sit your butt back towards your heels, and then rise up and punch your elbows towards the wall behind you. Let's do this a couple of times. We sit the butt back, but my spine is long, and then we pull the hips forward, a little contraction of the glute muscles, getting our pelvis right underneath our shoulders. Now we're gonna make this a single arm rotation. So we pull the hips forward, rotate to the right, and then re-extend the arms, pull the hips forward, row the left elbow, rotate to the left. And we'll go back and forth a couple of times. I'm keeping my shoulders dropped down from my ears, but I'm finding a little activation in my mid-back as I row. So feeling my shoulder blade come in towards my spine, elbow going back as far as it can, and mobilizing the upper back while keeping my belly button and the lower back in neutral. So belly button stays forward, and we imagine we're rotating above the bra line. One more. Awesome. Letting that go ahead and step forward. We're gonna come to stand. Shift your center of gravity onto your left leg. You'll lift your right foot away from the floor, and we're gonna find a couple ankle circles here. If you need a little support, putting your hand on a wall, on a countertop, feel free to do so. Take your ankle in the opposite direction. Then you'll bring your heel down onto the ground. My center of gravity is still on my left leg. I've got a little bend in the left knee. Then we're gonna take our right sit bone and think of reaching it towards the wall behind you, keeping one line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Hello, back of the leg, hello, hamstring, and then rise back up. So I'm hip hinging, but I'm feeling like the underside of my pelvis is initiating the movement. I'm just sending that straight back, hinging however far I can before my spine rounds. We're gonna do a couple more of these. And if you need to bend your right knee a little bit just to slacken the hamstring, go for it. I always think that's a great modification so that we really get the movement in our hips and our pelvis like we're looking to, rather than just putting it into our spine. One more time, we'll hinge and hold, and then like our foot is a windshield wiper. You're gonna windshield wipe your right foot from right to left. Woo, really opening up through the back of the hamstring. And then rise up, plant your right foot flat, just stand in neutral. Take a cycle of breath. Let's even ourselves out. Shift your center of gravity onto your right leg, circle your left ankle. Take your ankle in the opposite direction. As we're here, think of lengthening through your middle back, finding a strong, tall, sustainable posture. And then dig your left heel down into the floor, little bend in your right knee, and we hinge it forward. Again, you're welcome to bend your left knee as well. And then rise up. Pulling the underside of your pelvis back. One more and we'll hold, and then windshield wipe. Good, rise up, standing in neutral, feet hip width distance apart. Release your arms, shake them out. We're gonna roll down into a forward fold, one vertebrae at a time, chin in towards your chest. Let your chest collapse forward, arms dangle. Little bend in the knees as you do this, slowly rolling down. And then bend your knees deep enough so your fingertips come to the floor if they're not already. We're gonna squat it all the way down. So we're in this deep squat, but we have the support of our hands. And then we'll just find a little shimmy, a little side to side movement here. No one way to do this. Just opening up through the hips, the knees, the ankles, the inner thighs in a way that feels good. Alrighty, and then we'll lift the hips back up, plant the feet. Take one more cycle of breath in forward fold, and then slowly roll yourself back up, one vertebrae at a time. As you arrive at the top, we're gonna finish with a gentle rotation. Again, letting those arms swing from one side to the other. just pivoting on my feet to find this movement. Tall through the spine, crown of your head is lifting up towards the ceiling. Feeling spaciousness and length through the body. And then pause in the middle, bring one hand onto your chest, one hand onto your lower belly. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Self-care habits are so delicious in little bite-sized pieces, aren't they? Hopefully you can really feel that now after having moved together. I want to leave you today with a little inspiration and food for thought. I am tired of feeling guilty about inconsistency with my habits, about choices I'm making as a mom, about not exercising or not exercising enough. Obviously, guilt can just be very energetically depleting, but I also feel like sometimes it can be so loud that it separates us from our intuition. We can just be so busy thinking about what it is that we're not doing that it's hard to just be. Like, it's hard to just be in touch with what it is that we actually need, aside from just what looks good on paper or a quick dopamine hit. Because the thing is, our bodies are naturally craving most of these things. Our bodies would love a little pockets of movement here and there. They would love fresh air or like a moment in silence. And if we can remove the pressure, if we can remove the guilt, at least I have been pleasantly surprised to find just how easy it is to hear those needs and respond accordingly and move on. A quick personal example for you. I was very intense about logging hours outside with my daughter every day this summer because I read there's no such thing as bad weather, and it really became my mission. But I became a little bit too obsessive about it, and ultimately I was just constantly stressed about it because there's all of these things that need to get done inside, like laundry and work tasks and dishes, but then I'm also feeling like this health anxiety about being outside, and it's almost as though any benefit that I may have gained from being outside was actually outweighed by the anxiety that I was having around whether or not we were outside. You know what I mean? So this past month, the days are shorter, it's been very cold, and I've just been very blasé about how often we're outside because frankly, it's just too draining to care anymore. And yet somehow, we're outside all of the time. Not for hours every single day, but I can just feel when she or I are getting antsy and we go outside. Sometimes just for 2 minutes, but sometimes the 2 minutes turn into an hour, and it has just been so refreshing to have this be a part of our routine without all of the extra drama around it. And I shouldn't even use the word routine because routine makes it feel too obsessive. We're just listening to what our bodies need, and it feels so freaking good. So here's my call to action. Pick one thing, one habit, food, exercise, screen time, just pick one thing to practice removing guilt from this month as like a little holiday treat to ourselves. Without the guilt and the pressure, you might get to the end of December not having done that habit a single time, but that's okay because this is short term, and anything that you may lose by not doing that habit, you'll likely gain in mental peace and clarity. But you might also find, as I have, that you actually end up doing the habit more consistently. We all have that one thing that we're just a little too obsessive about. So tell me, what is your thing? What are you gonna consciously try to remove guilt from this month? Let's really do this together because we all deserve to enjoy some softness and some grace, especially in the winter. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next Friday for another mindful mobility moment.